Hi, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, then hi, welcome. My name is Anna, and today's video is very special because we are having our very first mom talk. Okay, so I would like to introduce today our very first guest of Mom Talk, and that is my sister-in-law. Her name is Noel Uribe. She is an amazing photographer. You guys probably saw some of her work already in some of my thumbnails, some of my maternity shoots. Most of them have been done by her. She is super talented. She is also a homeschool mom of two, of course, amazing little people. And welcome, Noel.
Hi.
Hi. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah. So I am, like Anna said, homeschool mom of two and a photographer. That is like my main thing, but I also love gardening and reading books and reading lots of books. and one day I dreamed to have like a farm with sheep and alpacas so we can make our own yarn. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes, that sounds awesome. So the very first thing I wanted to talk about today was because obviously you and I love being moms so much. We are both stay-at-home moms and business owners, and there is a lot of hardship that comes with being a mom, but there's also a lot of really awesome things that come with being a mom. And I wanted to know a little bit more about what you think is just the best thing about being a mom.
Like snuggles and like smelling their hair. Like, sounds weird, but you can't knock until you try it.
So true.
Baby, smell its head, then you'll understand.
Mom, this
just
is
like
my post.
Endless learning opportunities for yourself, really, to grow. And like they just challenge you in such like a good way,
I
all the
made a
good things
bubble
come out of them. So I love all of that.
Yeah, it's definitely a new adventure every day, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's really good. Like the adventure part too, though. It's like you get to explore the world. Like, oh no, you wouldn't if you just didn't have kids. Like you wouldn't go out into nature and then like stop and see like the banana slug that's this long. You'd be like, oh,
right.
Or like maybe not even see it at all. But with the littles, they notice everything and they see everything. And
that's so true. Like yeah, I've noticed actually with myself and my kids, there's so much more time that I spend just enjoying every detail of life. It's like the same thing that you're mentioning, like actually paying attention to like nature and like enjoying time of just like playing and enjoying time of just even looking at pictures. And
I know. Sorry, dear pal. He dropped his gum on the floor. Yeah, you can get new gum. We should find. Okay, there's the other gum. We should find the other gum first.
This is motherhood right here. This is exactly why, I think that these mom talks are going to be so fun because it's really like raw, real motherhood. We have our kids on our laps. This is, we get interrupted, we get jumped on, we get, all of that stuff that comes with being a mom. That's so fun. But you gotta find
gum on the floor sometimes.
That's part of it. That's part of being a mom. Things that you didn't even think about when you first became a mom that you would have to do, things that you never thought that you would say out loud until you have your own kids and you find yourself saying really random things and you're like, oh gosh, never thought I'd say that.
I'll put your body part on XYZ. So like
seriously. No. That's definitely one of them. Yeah, I recently had to, I don't know if I should even say this because I don't want to embarrass him in the future, but I definitely recently had to tell a certain someone not to play with certain things at the dinner table. I'm like, I never thought I would have to say that to someone. You do that in your room by yourself.
I mean, it's all learning. constantly, like from the time they're little.
This is my
Yeah.
first time making a bubblegum bubble.
That's your first time making a bubblegum bubble?
Good job. You're doing good. Okay, so what about the hardest part about being a mom? What would you say is the hardest part for you, at least?
They're not being able to fix their emotions, really. Like there's like you can't fix it. Like they kind of have to just work through it themselves.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know, maybe I'm just like pregnant right now, so I'm like really like emotional about it, but like regular emotional. Like when they are upset or sad or hurt, it's really hard for me not to like my energy goes down into that energy instead of like me keeping it up here, where I was like, it's okay, I'm here for you, like I'm gonna take care of you. I'm just like, oh my gosh, my baby feels this and I can't change it.
Totally.
That's pretty hard, especially when like Isabel, she's 9 now. So like when she feels something, it's like it's not like a toddler emotion. It's not like a 5-year-old emotion. It's like a preteen girl like feeling something strongly, and like I don't know. That's hard for me.
Yeah, I can imagine that as they get bigger, like dealing with what they're dealing with it's like a whole new level, because then they're actually feeling it in a whole new level. Like it's more like real emotions and not just like straight up toddler crazy emotions. They're just emotional about everything.
Like outbursts because they like can't really control it.
Right.
It's like she starts to like process all these things, and like she can verbalize it to me, and like that's really beautiful and wonderful, but also like it's hard on your heart.
It is. I always say that the hardest part for me, for like, which is actually basically the same thing, but the hardest part for me of being a mom is like when they're sick, when I can't fix something for them, when I can't, they're not big enough to understand like why they feel bad, and they're just like suffering, and then that just makes me suffer because I can't fix it. I can't make it better.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I hate it. I feel it so deeply. I cry so hard if they're not feeling good, because it's just like exactly like you said. It's not like I don't get like that super mom moment of just being like, it's okay, I'm gonna fix it. Maybe I do like in front of them to like put on a strong face, but then on the inside it hurts so bad.
Yeah. It's hard. That's for sure. I feel the same way when they're sick. I think like the segue to that is like preteen emotions. You're like, oh, I can't fix your heartache. No.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine that's gonna get so hard when they're older, when they're teenagers and maybe start dating, and then they go through like actual heartbreak and you can't fix it, and we're gonna feel it. I know we are, like especially you and I are like really like emotionally involved in like a lot. I don't want to say that a lot of moms aren't, but we especially are, like I feel like more than a lot of other moms. I think that we are a little bit more like emotionally involved and attached with our baby's emotions, and I just know that that's going to hit me so hard. Like the first time that either one of them has a heartbreak, it's going to be heartbreaking for me for sure.
Yeah,
I need to just stay tiny.
Yeah,
just stay tiny, Arrow.
Oh my gosh, she's a doll.
So do you find it hard juggling motherhood and being a homeschool mom and being a business owner and obviously getting most of your work done at home? How do you balance all that?
Well, time management is like a thing apparently that like is really good. So time management is like how I manage, like when I am managing, I should say. Like when I'm at my best, like I'm just like, okay, I wake up at 5 a.m. and then like I start working on my computer after like I do my yoga, and I teach yoga Monday, Wednesday, and Friday online at 5:30 a.m. So I'm just waking up,
Adding more to the schedule.
Yeah, you just get up and get things done, and hopefully like I accomplish like the business things in the morning. So emails or like getting like a little bit of editing or culling in for the photography. And then right after I do that, by 7 o'clock, I have to have all the main lesson stuff ready for homeschooling. So Isabel, like, I wish that I would have had my beautiful chalk drawing up, but like I'm changing it from the season because the equinox hit. So changing it to like a fall theme, and I had like a beautiful.
No, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Anyway, I put like the main lesson up by like 7 in the morning, so that's just like ready to go. Like she knows what she's gonna do, and we have breakfast. And movement is like a huge thing for children. I believe that like a lot of people in general don't get enough movement, and I feel that that's if you get movement going, like then everything else flows a lot easier through the day as well.
Right.
So that's my secret. Move your body. Stay out of the trash. Please don't play with trash, okay? Let's go out.
Yeah, I find that having a good partner too that can help out, you know, as much as they can, even though they're also busy. I think that that's also really helpful. With our business and our farm, we don't have either help in the business, and we don't have help in the house. We don't have a cleaning lady. We don't have a nanny. Right. And so we are literally just like trading the kids back and forth to make our work and then to make our home life work. And I struggle still to this day to find a balance and be able to get my house clean and be able to shower myself or like just even the basic things. I have been making a menu for all of our meals, and that has been hugely helpful. But just in general, like time management is definitely still something I'm struggling with.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that you're like in the thick of it, like with a tiny one. Mm-hmm. So my homeschool coach, because I have one of those, they're really good to invest in, like having like a mom coach or a life coach type thing.
Yeah.
I also don't have nannies, right? Like it's just me and Andre has like, and thank goodness he's a private chef. And did it pause for a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start. Andre, private chef. Thank goodness, because most of our food is already done. So like that's like his help, you know, like what he does, and yeah, that's a blessing. So meal planning is great, but yeah, time management is like such a thing. But when like they're little, it's just you can't really manage time because like it changes like so frequently. You kind of have like a natural rhythm of things though that you can kind of follow, right? So like between like breakfast, lunch, dinner, bed, those are like the 4 things that you can rely on right now.
I try to plan things all the time. I'm like, okay, like after we eat breakfast, we're doing this and this, and then I can, you know, set you down to do this, and then I can do this, and like 10% of the time it happens the way that I plan it. Yeah. But making a plan makes it helpful, even if it doesn't happen, you know, like just even having something written down, like knowing some, you know, certain things have to be done. And of course, you know, half of them don't get done, but.
Yeah, it's about too, you know, like grace and letting things go, like grace for yourself and like grace for the house. Like if I tilted the camera down, you would see all of the things on the floor, right? And then I move my body aside, like you might see all that stuff that's piled up.
Mine's tilted up for a reason too. So
it's like, you know, you manage what you can, and like the essentials, you know, the things that are like non-negotiables, like you don't let those things go, right? Like we have our breakfast, and like it has to be like protein, carb heavy breakfast, non-negotiable, right? And then like, a walk after breakfast, whether it's like raining outside, non-negotiable. Those little bodies are gonna walk for a mile before we try to come and sit down and read a book. Oh my goodness, because if we don't, like, and we just come home and not or like we're just at home and we're reading a book, like Alex is just like crazy. Isabel is an angel, like, she's just always been.
Maybe first babies are just easier.
Yeah,
This
she's
is just
so,
easier in general too. So I don't know.
yeah.
Comment down below if you guys' first baby has been easier for you.
Let us know. And what about the third baby? Like, how does the third baby go? Like, if you have like an
Is it
easy
like easy, hard, and then easy again?
yeah.
Or do they get even harder as they go?
Like, I have no clue. But Alex is he's so just, I don't know, vibrant and like has so much energy, and like it has to go somewhere. So like we take him up to his school in the morning and that helps.
For sure. I find that super helpful when it comes to their sleep. And that's something that I've been finding out a lot more recently is that they'll sleep so much better. Again, if I just let their energy out. Really, Hara. So same thing, just going outside and just even just walking around the yard and going and picking our veggies from the garden. Or yesterday we spent 2 hours picking up nuts from the hazelnut tree and the walnut tree, and then they slept amazing. They took exactly the naps they were supposed to, like really long, good deep naps, and then slept good through the night, and makes a world of difference. It's like brain stimulation and physical stimulation. It makes a huge difference, and I can imagine that it helps with concentration in school as well. Like I can totally understand that.
Yeah, Isabel just is able to just like really focus when she has her movement. We do movement with our circle time too. Like it's kind of like cheesy to call it circle time, but it's our circle time. We sing and like we move and like it's really, I don't know, just integral to like things being successful. Like
yeah, I recently got these cards, and I'm gonna try to find them on Amazon, and I'll link them down below if I find them. But I got them as a gift, and they are these cute little meditation and exercise, meditation and movement cards for children. And so we try to do one a day, but we end up doing like 10 because Kaz really loves them. And they're just little cards, and like they have just the names of an animal and like whatever type of movement, and is usually like taking deep breaths and stretching and doing different like sounds and things like those animals in each one of the cards. And they're really fun. He even got super into them the other day and was like growling like a bear. And same thing, it gets them like excited about movement and a little bit of meditation, which is also helpful for mom. Always helps. Yeah. And they're really fun, so I'll try to link them down below if I find them. But either way, I'm going to share a picture probably somewhere over here, and I'll send you the link to Noel so you can see them. They're really cute. I've been really into them lately. Okay, so I think that we should probably be wrapping this up so that we don't make these talks too long. But like I mentioned before, Noel is an amazing photographer. I don't know, I'll let Noel tell you a little bit more in detail about her photography, but I want you to tell us where we can find you, where we can find your work, where people can see your work, and how they can book with you, and all of that good stuff, maybe like Instagram, website, all that stuff. And then all of those links will be in the description down below so you guys can find her. So Noel, tell us a little bit, or, finish us off here with, about your business and about you, where people can find you.
So my business, photography, love it. Lifestyle, family photography. Children love light, so like definitely golden hour is a thing. You can find me at Moments by Noel, and that's all my personal work of my children and like kind of my lifestyle documentary stuff for just me and the kids. And then my business Instagram is in the moment photo. And I think it's in the moment _photo, and we'll link it below for sure. And my website is in the moment photography llc.com, so you can find my other work there, and that's where you can find you can actually just click the link to book and like book from a calendar. So like there's no back and forth about what time or what day you're available or what I'm available. So super convenient to book as well.
That's awesome. That certainly makes it easy for people who want to book with you. And like I said, I said it before and I'll say it again, but her photography is truly amazing. She is super talented, super mom over there, getting all of that done, everything that you get done. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you had fun, and I hope that you guys had fun. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below. Again, tell us about your kids. We love hearing all about that. And subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we post next. And thank you, Noel, for being here.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was wonderful.
We'll see you soon.